ask for your number. I never wondered which way you would go. You woke me up from my slumber. Now let me make your work flow. It's not a lot, but all I wanna do is skip down on a weekend with you. There's still so much to discover. There's still a lot we don't know. Come alive, give it up, girl, before you lose your mind. Come alive, if you they got you under pressure doing overtime. Come alive, give it up, girl, before you lose your mind. Come alive, if you they got you under pressure doing overtime.
Customer service associates are an important aspect in any shopper's daily life, whether it be waiting online to buy a new pair of shoes at the department store, buying food for dinner, or even getting a cup of coffee before starting the day. The U.S. Bureau of Labor estimates that customer service associates make up 3.3 million jobs and is expected to increase as more organizations and companies expand. We sat down with 4 different customer service associates to get a better look at just how important the career is.
In my job, we have to clean the store, make sure all the items are in the right place, make sure we have enough items out on the shelves, and to ring up customers when they are done shopping.
Whenever a customer would come in and they had a question about a computer, I would have to help them then and there. I would take in a lot of computers for repairs. I would answer questions that anyone had in regards to the repairs. I ordered a lot of parts for customers if they had a part that needed ordered. Pretty much just interaction with the customer.
Most people believe the only job a customer service associate has is to talk to the customer and ring them up.
Some of my responsibilities as a customer service associate are to count the cash registers at the beginning and the end of the shift. I have to make sure the front end is clean, I answer all the customers' questions, and most importantly, I have to greet each customer as they enter the store and say goodbye.
I would say the responsibilities of my job are basically to attend to the customers' every need any way I can. You know, watching all 4 registers, I'm a separate than a cashier, I'm like a little above it. I watch 4 registers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
Along with ringing people up and fulfilling their other requirements, dealing with the customer is a main component and can oftentimes be very difficult.
The hardest part of my job would probably have to be the actual customers.
Dealing with customers that were irate about issues that really were out of my hand.
The hardest part of my job would have to be dealing with the customers, especially if they give you a hard time or an attitude. Sometimes you'll receive an attitude for reasons that are out of your control.
I'd say the hardest part is dealing with upset customers, because if they don't get exactly what they want, they blame you for it, and it's kind of difficult to maneuver out of that situation.
The 10 commandments of customer service are: knowing who is boss. You are in a business to service customer needs, and you can only do that if you know what it is your customer wants. Be a good listener. Take time to identify customer needs by asking questions and concentrating on what the customer is really saying. Identify and anticipate needs. Customers don't buy products or services. They buy good feelings and solutions to problems. Make customers feel important and appreciated. Treat them as individuals. Always use their name and find ways to compliment them, but be sincere. Help customers understand your system. Your organization may have the world's best system for getting things done, but if a customer doesn't understand them, they can get confused, impatient, or angry. Appreciate the power of yes. Always look for ways to help your customer. When they have a request, tell them that you can do it. Figure out how afterwards. Know how to apologize. When something goes wrong, apologize. It's easy and customers appreciate it. Give more than expected. Since the future of all companies lies in keeping customers happy, think of ways to evaluate yourself above the competition. Get regular feedback. Encourage and welcome suggestions about how you can improve your work. Treat employees well. Employees are your internal customers and need a regular dose of appreciation.
If you want to work in customer service, you definitely have to have a sunny disposition, because even if you're having a bad day, you can't show it. When people walk in, they don't want to see you moping or want to see you wallowing around. You have to be upbeat, you have to be cheerful, and you have to be really positive and really patient because they will try your patience.
Some good personality traits to have when working in customer service is patience. You need to know how to communicate well with others and know good time management.
You definitely have to be outgoing, you have to be a people person, you have to be able to think quickly on your feet, and be able to solve a lot of problems.
Oftentimes, customer service associates are taken for granted because people are unaware of how much work gets put into the career.
Oh, I'd say we definitely are taken advantage of in the workplace. It's almost, a little too much. Like, people don't really understand that we are, trying to make the best possible, situation for that person and buying, everyday items.
Well, I think the job of a customer associate is to answer the needs of the customer and being attentive to those needs.
Aren't customer service representatives supposed to be just ringing up customers and helping them out while they're in the aisles and restocking shelves?
Being attentive to the customer's needs, courteous, knowing the answers to the questions, and if you don't have the answers to the questions, try to get it for the customer.
Without customer service employees, the customer really has nowhere to go when they have a question to ask, so it's kind of one of the more important positions, I would think. Sometimes people can think that we do just one thing when we do a lot more than that.
I would say that customer service associates are definitely taken advantage of because they do a lot of the footwork and most of the work that needs to be done in a store, but they aren't necessarily always given credit for it.
Anyone can get in their car within a 10-minute drive of pharmacy, department store, or grocery store is located. Without customer service associates, people would have no one to answer questions to or get the help with whatever they need.
There will be days that you really hate your job, but you really have to remember that the customer is always right, and at the end of the day, it's their opinion that matters.
If there's anything people need to know about this job, it's that there's a lot more than what meets the eye. When it comes to customer service, it isn't just saying hello and ringing people up and saying goodbye.
The products, you come here to buy and stuff like that, really simple, but the experience is definitely more than people would imagine it being, and if you're nice to them and you show great customer service, it would really help. This has been Miles Graves. I hope you enjoyed it. You should definitely check out the rest of the interviews. Have a great night.
I asked your boss for your number.